Now we're talking about the exchange rate impact on the travel industry. We have with us Bayo Adedeji. He is the group CEO, Chief Executive Officer of Wakanow Group. Good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us. And happy Democracy Day.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great time.
Indeed it is. You're very welcome. So I want to get your thoughts on IATA and that press release they put out talking about the trapped funds in a number of countries, of which Nigeria leads, 812 million or so out of the 2.2 billion. How is that for you, where you fitting in the travel sector? How's that impacting things?
So I think it's worth us just laying the background that IATA prices tickets in dollars. The local IATA then translates it based on the official rates to Naira or the official translation to any currency. And what has happened over the years is we'll be selling at the official rate. And so what typically happens is that the CBN then provides at that official rate to the airline to settle their own obligations. And that hasn't happened. And that's what we call trapped funds. Now, the airlines have done all types of things. Emirates stopped flying because of one of the reasons was because of trapped funds. And airlines have cut back, reduced capacity. Some airlines have doubled down on that and said, look, we believe in this market. And the funds has been there. So overall for the market, we've had reduced capacity. That's number one. Number two is that we have reduced inventory. Now, reduced inventory is not the fact that, or more expensive inventory as I would describe it. We were talking before the show about how the airlines are priced to accommodate for a depreciation that can happen on their Naira. So when you leave your Naira in a Nigerian bank, when you want to really change it to dollars, and the rates continue to go up and up, that means that you have the ability to depreciate that dollar value that you're supposed to get for $1,000. Now you get maybe 20% less, 30% less, and that money continues to dwindle. So the airlines have been at risk, and now it's at a staggering figure.
There's a couple tweets I want to show you from, it was on Twitter, the discrepancy between the price of a ticket to Nairobi, Lagos to Nairobi versus Accra to Nairobi. This tweeter here saying, okay, this is a joke. Round trip Accra to Nairobi, 250,000 Naira. Okay. Same date, same airline, Lagos, 767,000. What? Okay. Help us out with that disparity.
So number one is the laws of false equivalence. You can't do that.
Okay.
Nairobi is not... The load factor in Nairobi, that means the amount of people that are boarding planes to Nairobi and the number of people boarding planes from Nigeria is two different things. Airport taxes, bilateral agreement. There's a lot of things that you cannot just use point to point. You cannot do Lagos to Nairobi and Ghana to Nairobi. It's the laws of false equivalence. But that doesn't preclude the fact that it's more expensive to fly out of here. There's so many things that impact that. Airport taxes, VAT, the price of aviation fuel, availability of aviation fuel, foreign exchange rates, right, impact the price of tickets. Now, that being said, and also there can be a promotion in Ghana that they want to grow that route. So you can't just take a route and take another point and compare it. Okay. But to be honest with you, the passengers had to pay more in airfare from Nigeria. When you look at the price of going to London, is higher. Because again, the airlines are edging towards the depreciation. They are edging their pricing for depreciation that might come because they don't know when. And their monies are stuck here. When you think about time value of money and you start to account for that, as a finance guy, you start to think about what's the time value of money. If my money has been trapped for 6-8 months, right? What's the time value of that? What's the depreciation that's going to happen on that? Should I lay another 20 or 30% on that? Which is a fair business practice, I would say.
Perfect. Thank you for the breakdown. So will a single transparent exchange rates solve our issues?
So, like I told you, yes, it will. It would allow for transparency in dealings, transparency in business, but that's just not the only issue. It's the availability of the foreign exchange to the airline.
Okay.
The availability. So, even if we have a single exchange rate and the Nairas are still trapped, for how long, right? So, it's the availability of the exchange rate that makes it different. So I would say yes, definitely all of us will breathe easy, we'll work with the banks, we would be able to access foreign exchange when we need it. But again, it's the availability of those foreign exchange to the airlines that will make the real difference.
I've been meaning to ask you this. Pay small. This You introduced this 2016 in the middle of a recession where people can pay instrumentally for tickets. How is that working out? Are people defaulting? Are they paying back? Explain how that's worked out.
So the Pay Small product for us is an amazing product that allows customers to buy tickets in the future and then pay before they travel. It's not the buy now, pay later products. The buy now, pay later save product.
Okay.
Because you do not travel. You do not use the ticket till you travel. Till you finish paying.
Yeah.
So basically, it's a product that has worked amazingly for us. Because what it allows us to do is for customers to book early. It allows customers to actually go out and then make a purchase for a future day travel, but pay for it, start paying for it today. We started with 25%. We have since reduced that 25% to 10%.
Okay.
Yeah, and now what we've done is we have then taken the gospel to even local airlines to encourage people to pay small for local airlines.
Okay.
You want to go to Abuja, you want to go to Port Harcourt, on the Wakanow.com website, you can actually pay small. Even on the Airpeace website, or ValueJet website, or United Nigeria website, you can pay small too. And those are the things that we do to ease the sense of travel for the Nigerian customer.
Okay, so thanks for this. So the key is that you must finish the instrumental payments before your trip happens.
Yes.
If not, okay, so that's how you're hedging your risk.
Yes, correct.
Okay, great.
Correct.
I have to ask you about I guess, with respect to the low-income nation like Nigeria, a program like this, is it, with what you say, you said it's been healthy, it's worked out?
Yeah, absolutely. But you see, I don't like when, I think that people still need to travel, irrespective of income. If you have a child abroad and you need to go see your child, you still need to go, right? And what we've done is to be able to shape our product for the consumer in Africa, to understand the consumer in Africa. We understand that people make money through informal means, right? Where they make money daily, they make money weekly, some make money monthly. And the ability to pay small with flexible payment terms allows us not to just design Western programs, but design programs that are unique for us. Okay. The local markets in Lagos Island, they are my huge pay small customer. Why? The woman makes money by sale, and she's able, or he or she is able to then take that money and plan travel, but book their travel. They know that they have to visit a child or do something or go for a reason to go abroad, right? So, or to go even local. And then they know that they can plan that and then pay as they earn. And the ability to do that is why Wakanow is unique, and that's why we're the leaders in the market.
Okay, so you know what? Speaking of income, fuel subsidies have been removed.
Yes.
People's disposable incomes have been squeezed. How's that going to affect whatever you're planning for this summer?
So absolutely, I know that consumers would have to make choices, and that's where we come in, right? We now start route negotiations. We start, because some people just want to travel for summer, they want to travel with the children, and that's where we come in, is we continue to work with the airline to find new destinations, cheaper destinations, more affordable places to visit. And at the same time, we start to open up even for local, right? As opposed to go to London, maybe you want to go to Abuja, maybe you want to go to Port Harcourt, maybe you want to go to Jos, maybe you want to go to another part of the country, you want to go to Ibadan. And local experiences are also playing a role, and for us, it's about a balance, and we say that travel is not just limited to international. There's still local travel. There's things to see locally. Visiting Olumorok with the children can be an option. But again, we know that the airplanes are still full, and Nigeria has been a market that has defied all odds. When you think the price of tickets are going up, capacity of the airlines is reducing, but planes are getting full. And so we know that Nigerians are still going to travel. Is how do we make it easy for them to travel? How do we create an economic incentive for them to travel? And how do we help out in payment terms, in ease of payment, and the way the customer pays us?
We're wrapping up, but I need to get your take on this. We had Hadi Sirika yesterday. Okay. I don't want to drag you into this, but how would a national carrier play out for players like you, travel agencies and so on, if we had a national in Nigeria?
So because I don't want to drag it, I don't want to be dragged into that issue.
Yes.
I'll talk about what a new player does for the market.
Okay.
Nigeria needs to be a hub where people, we aggregate from everywhere and then bring people to a center, right? And then distribute them to wherever they want to go. That is the ideal situation. When you look at Addis, when you look at Nairobi, when you look at Kigali, when you go to those markets, that's what you see at the airport. It's vibrant, it's working. That's what a local carrier will do, or a national carrier. From an agency standpoint, we welcome more entrances. If Airpeace buys a new aircraft and it has 200 seats, that means that I have 200 new seats to sell. And for us, a local carrier will just help us to do that. A national carrier would help us. We welcome new entrants. We need more capacity in the market to have optionality for our customers.
Great conversation. Bayo Adedeji, Group CEO, Wakanow Group. Thanks for joining us on Democracy to talk about aviation. Appreciate your time.
Absolutely. Thank you.
That's going to do it for the Global Business Report. Do stay tuned to Arise News tomorrow.